Hey gang, it's JC, and this is your Daily Dose for Wednesday, May 12th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Archives anytime. Just hit the tabs at the top of the page. You can look up some of the old stuff. We're going to be revamping this website here literally in the next couple of days, and it's going to get really cool to look at. If you're like me, you're just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed here today, because nothing I like better than to be awakened out of a sound sleep at 3 a.m. with the sound of somebody throwing ball bearings at my window. Hailstorm last night. You know, we've been doing a lot of work at the house here because the radio station continues to pay me. They're paying me through March of next year because that's how much time I had left on my contract when they pulled the plug on the old show. So if they're going to pay me, I'm going to spend the money. And we're laying sod and putting in retaining walls. And we got all these flower pots and flowers and landscaping. We planted a bunch of azaleas. Boy, are those things not cheap, by the way. I really thought all of it was going to be ruined, but we came out of it okay. I hope you're the same. The Cardinals could have used a nice rain delay last night, a rain out, because they put on a pathetic display last night. If you're like me, you're screaming at the TV going, Tony, why is Brad Penny still in the game? Why is he still in the game? He's hanging his breaking balls. He's coming in high. They're whacking the ball all over the yard. He's still in the game. Brendan Ryan hitting like a $175. He can't catch. Now he can't throw either. They yank him out of the game. Matt Holliday doesn't know how to go back to the wall on a fly ball to the wall. He does it wrong. If he's in position, he reaches up, and that's not even a home run. What the hell is going on out there? Want to feel even worse? Let's just say you make $100,000 a year. Congratulations, by the way. If you earn $100,000 a year, Matt Holliday makes your salary about every 6 innings he plays. And it would take you 250 years to earn what he makes in 1 year. Just a little midweek pick-me-up, courtesy of your buddy JC here. I got this notification yesterday that I can save 46% on Sarah Palin's new book if I order ahead. I don't know, I heard that you buy the book and you start reading it, you get halfway through and she just quit writing. Anyhow, that was a good joke actually, because she quit being the governor. Never mind. The Betty White buzz continues. Man, is she milking this Saturday Night Live thing. And of course, that all started on Facebook, and now there's a thing on Facebook, they're trying to get her to host the Oscars, which, by the way, has come as a little bit of a shock to Jimmy Fallon, who was all excited when they asked him to host the Oscars, and he said yes. I don't know, somebody in mid-Missouri, I'm sure pretty soon, is going to call up Betty White and say, hey, can you come and MC a cockfight here? So anyhow, she's going to be on Leno tonight, and we'll see if she milks this thing continuously. All right, now, if you pay for your TV, meaning that if you don't have an antenna on top of your house and you either have satellite or cable, the way you get your TV is that either the cable company points a dish at the satellites up in outer space and then runs the cable to your house, or you do it yourself with either DirecTV or Dish Network. All right, so there's a runaway satellite. One of the main satellites that provides television programming got hit by something, and it's tumbling out of control, and it's tumbling into the direction of one of the other main satellites. And they are saying that on Sunday, May 23rd, this thing is either going to collide with the other satellite or get in the way of it or something, and it could disrupt television programming on Sunday, May 23rd. By the way, they are not in control of this thing. There's no way they can control it, so I don't know what's going to happen, but it's sort of exciting. By the way, I'm in favor of this happening because I'm in favor of anything that would knock Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly off the air. All right, Friday, the new Playboy magazine comes out, 3D centerfolds. All the good jokes have already been taken. Hope Dworak, I think is her name. She's the centerfold, and you'll see her cans in 3D. All right, so all these people said, oh, that's right, it's 2010. There's going to be all these new jobs for census takers. I'd like me one of those. So people are signing up, and they send them into these neighborhoods, and they're getting beaten and raped and murdered. We got cases in Indiana, Texas, and Connecticut where they just say, okay, fine, you're going to go into East St. Louis today. Now, it didn't happen in East St. Louis, but I'm just saying, they're sending them into these bad neighborhoods, and these people don't know where they're going. They're just, it's like, oh, here's my instructions, this is where I go, and they go walking into some building, and all these terrible things are happening to them. Very underreported story. Can this government do anything right now? Oh, we mentioned Jimmy Fallon a minute ago. They're doing Rolling Stones Week on his TV show this week. Jagger apparently really is sort of a goof and likes a good laugh, and he's been appearing in sketches. So you'd think it'd be a pretty good week for Jagger. However, there's a woman by the name of Janice Dickinson. You may know her as the first ever supermodel slash slut slash sex maniac slash groupie. And she's sort of hideous looking now, but back in the day she wasn't bad, and she boinked everybody. And she says, by the way, in the new edition of Heat magazine, that Warren Beatty was the best lover she ever had and the worst lover she ever had because he was lousy in bed and because he had a little tiny thing that rhymes with Mick, is Jagger. I don't think I really needed to hear that. Kate Jackson, one of Charlie's Angels. They had a big TV Land show reunion or something a couple of weeks ago, and she wasn't there. People were like, well, where is she? And where she was broke. She's out of money. Apparently she made a really bad real estate investment of some sort. She's out of money, and she's suing everybody. All right, it was on this date in 1977 that Hotel California went gold. Now, I got to tell you, I started going out to California for the TV work that I did there for a long time in 1985. And between 1985 and 1998, I went to New York about 225 times. But in that same time period, 85 to 98, I went to Los Angeles about 175 times. Sometimes it just boggles the mind when I actually think it just doesn't seem possible. But I can assure you I did go that many times. And when I started going out there in 85, the whole place looked like the cover of the Hotel California album. And by the time I stopped going out there in late 1998, the whole city reminded me of the scenes in Pulp Fiction where Bruce Willis runs over Ving Rhames and then goes to that seedy apartment building. Stay where you are, because unless you know exactly where you're going in LA, you're going to end up like one of those census takers. All right, a guy that hails from the hill that I don't think we make a big enough deal about here in St. Louis anymore, and that's Yogi Berra, is having his 85th birthday today. Somebody should be doing a better job. I mean, I know that Yogi doesn't live here anymore, but gosh, don't you think that he ought to be hanging around more and doing more stuff with the Cardinals? Maybe opening day. I don't even play with the Cardinals, but for God's sakes, Yogi and Joe Garagiola, I think we should be doing more to claim those guys. Hey, happy 85th birthday to the Yogster. All right, we have 2 new features on jc'sdailydose.com. Right now, you have to go up to the eye candy tab at the top of the page and click on there to get the JC's Video Village and also the Wayback Machine, but those are going to be moving very soon, going to be much easier to find. This week, by the way, on the Video Village, a bunch of old TV commercials from the late 1980s from KSD, starring yours truly. All right, JC's Eye Candy today, pretty simple. It's a video called How Not to Land a Chinook Helicopter. You can check that out. Tomorrow, I tell you, I worked with somebody once who got really, really mad at an ex-boyfriend because he was cheating on her. So she hopped on a plane and flew to the military base where he lived, broke into his apartment, took a scissors, and cut the crotches out of every single pair of pants he had in his apartment. What I have for you tomorrow in terms of revenge against an ex makes that look like a day at the beach. Also, we have a breakdown of the entire porn industry. How much do you get paid? And do you get paid more if you do more things? We have those answers for you tomorrow. Ooh, good, dirty stuff. All right, that's JC's Daily Dose for Wednesday, May 12, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.